behalf of my colleagues, I'd just like to welcome you to this evening's meeting. Today is Thursday, September 21st. For all public comment, there is a Google Form sign-up link in the chat for any City of Wilmington resident who resides in any of our councilmanic districts or taxpayers who would like to speak. Public comment will take place after non-legislative business. At this time, we will have our opening prayer by Maribel Sejo.
We have assembled to handle the affairs of our city. As we do so, we ask for your guidance and understanding. We pray that our city reaches a place of peace and safety. Keep us out of harm's way and bless those who are in authority. Let respect be key in all our endeavors. Amen.
Amen. At this time, we will recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America,
of America,
to the republic
and
for
to the
which it
republic,
stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
one
with
nation.
liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman White,
Present.
Councilwoman Darby, Councilwoman Oliver, Councilwoman Harley,
Present.
Councilwoman Fields, Councilwoman McCoy,
Here.
Councilman Johnson, Councilman Field,
Present.
Councilwoman Cabrera. Here. Councilman Mills,
Present.
Councilman Spadola,
Present.
Councilwoman Bracy,
Present.
President Congo.
Here.
9 present and 4 absent.
This time I have the reading of the minutes from the previous meeting.
September 7, 2023, City Council met in regular session with remote participation on the above date at 6:30 p.m. President Ernest M. Congo II presiding. The opening prayer was done by
Mr. President, I move the minutes be accepted as written.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that the minutes be accepted as written. On the question,
All right. I'm sorry.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried. At this time, we'll have our committee reports.
None this evening, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
This time, we'll have our city treasurer's report.
September 21st, 2023, total investment $514,027,166.24. Total cash on hand $14,968,310.80. Grand total $528,995,477.04. Submitted by Dwayne Sims, City Treasurer.
I move the treasurer's report be received, recorded, and filed.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that that report be received, recorded, and filed. On the question, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. I'll accept the motion to move to accept all non-legislative business.
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to accept all non-legislative business. On the question, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried. There are no in-person recognitions this evening, but as far as sympathy resolutions, there's a sympathy resolution coming from Council Member Harley for Ruth Oates Graham. Sympathy resolutions from Council Member Oliver for Bruce Allen Lancaster Sr. and Michael D. Mills, and from myself is Beulah H. Shaw. At this time, we will move into public comment. Again, as a friendly reminder, there is a Google Form sign-up link in the chat for any City of Wilmington resident who resides in any of our councilmanic districts or a taxpayer who would like to speak. Your time limit is 3 minutes. Please keep your comments of general matters pertaining to the Wilmington City Councilmanic districts or City Council business, and please do not address any council members directly. Also, when you come forward, please watch your step and please remember to introduce yourself. So far, we have Ms. Siobhan Brown. May come forward, please.
Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Brown. Please watch your step as you come up to the podium.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Yvonne Brown, and I live in the 3rd District, the 4th District. I live in the whole city of Wilmington. I'm everywhere looking and paying attention. But my main concern is the area that I live in, because I am attempting to purchase a property. If people ask me, "Oh, you bought that house?" I said, "I'm buying it. I don't have a deed. If I don't pay my mortgage, you won't see me here. So I'm buying it." It's a vacant property across the street from me that's been vacant, I'm gonna say at least 9 years. And it's just a constant flow of traffic. People going back there, doing whatever they want to do. They want to go in there and live in there. They in and out, in and out. I could get up and go to the bathroom 2:30 in the morning and look out the window with somebody coming out or going in. It really is a nuisance, and it does nothing for your property value. I call the cops, they come out. By the time they get there, I know they got other jobs. They're going. They done what they wanted to do, and they're going. It's just totally unacceptable, and now they're getting just looking at me, looking over there to see if I'm looking at them. I don't want no trouble out of these people, but I would really appreciate if it was, if they could board the house up. I mean, make it like a Fort Knox so they can't get in there. It's just terrible, and I'm tired of it. I really am. I want to stay a city resident as I have been for 69 years. I want to stay right here and pay my taxes and do what I've been doing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. And we do have your address, so we'll follow up.
Thank
you
so much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
President,
You're welcome.
and the rest of the city council members.
WITN, has anyone signed up virtually? Okay, D. Marquis Hall, thank you for joining us.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Devon Marquis Hall from the 3rd District, East Side. I'm here to talk about Naramco, this pharmaceutical manufacturer that is on Swedes Landing, here on the East Side, in between here and Southbridge. I still haven't received a fact sheet from this company that's seeking to expand. They put in a permit application. We still don't have the date for when the public hearing will be. I would like for DENREC to provide a fact sheet opposed to Naramco providing the fact sheet. I think they would work together on it. Naramco's application was 500 pages. The revisions was another 200 pages. So for the community to be able to better understand exactly what kind of pollutants, what kind of hazardous air pollutants are going to be in the atmosphere, what's going to be there for them to breathe in, what's going to be there to sink into the skin, they need to know what's happening. I need to know what's happening. I'm here too. And I think that fact sheet, that's a small thing that I've been asking DENREC for, the date, so that people can be prepared for the public hearing so that they can get their questions answered. I think that's a small thing that we're still waiting for. I kind of see DENREC as the police. I see them as the people charged with protecting the community, the people that are supposed to care about our better interests. And I believe that the resources that they have should be used to create this information, to share this information, to go door to door, to let people know. The news article that was put in the paper yesterday, the lady from DENREC, Angela, who I haven't communicated with, said that the public doesn't usually show up to hearings. Now, I think that's because those hearings aren't publicized. A lot of times they're not asked for, and they don't let people know in time. So they need to let people know. They need to give people the truth. They need to give people the facts. These fact sheets are necessary. And I want to say one thing. Now, at the top of the block, Clifford
30
Brown Walk,
seconds.
where I live, she's on 10th and Clifford Brown. Young lady applied to work at Naramco a couple years back, and they wouldn't give her $40 an hour. That's what she wanted. She would have been exposed to chemicals. I've talked to people who worked in there that fell out while they was working in there,
You have
that
10
have
seconds.
seen other people fall out while they worked in there. So it's dangerous. And $40 an hour is nothing when you're talking about dealing with these chemicals, making pharmaceuticals, breathing that in. So the questions need to be answered. If there's jobs that are going to be available, they need to let people know, and they need to pay people what they're worth, especially when they're putting their lives at risk working with that stuff. Thank you.
All right, thank you. WITN, do we have anyone else who signed up virtually? Okay, thank you. At this time, we will move to legislative business. Councilmember Harley.
Yes, Mr. President, I have a resolution to present on your behalf.
Resolution 23-053, Agenda 0345, whereas in accordance with Section 2-104 of the City Charter, City Council shall provide for such committees as it deems necessary. And
I move this resolution be received, recorded, and filed and adopted by a yea and nay vote.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that this resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by yea or nay vote on the question.
Yes, Mr. President, this resolution is being presented on your behalf at the request of Councilmember Shanae Darby. This resolution is requesting to be removed from the following committees: Education, Youth, and Family Services Committee, Intergovernmental Committee, Personnel Committee, and the Cable, Video, and Telecommunications Committee. In addition, this resolution proposes to appoint Councilmember Vincent White to the Education, Youth, and Families Services Committee, and appoints Councilmember Letitia Bracy to the Cable, Video, and Telecommunication Commission. Again, Councilmember Darby has requested to be removed from the mentioned committees and commission. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And seeing no hands raised, clerk, please call for the roll.
Councilman White,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harley,
Yes.
Councilwoman McCoy,
Yes.
Councilman Field,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cabrera,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman Spadola,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bracy.
Yes.
Thank you. President Congo,
Yes,
9 yeas and 4 absent.
declared adopted. Councilmember McCoy.
That's all I have, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. President, I have a resolution to present.
Resolution 23-054, Agenda 0346, whereas pursuant to Section 2363 of the City Code, City Council deem it necessary and proper to specify the requirements for review and approval of city-sponsored grant applications and proposals, including authorization for expedited grant applications when necessary prior to council's approval by resolution.
I move this resolution be received, recorded, and filed and adopted by a yea or nay vote.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that this resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by a yea or nay vote on the question.
Yes, Mr. President. So we actually had a meeting just recently for the Public Safety Committee, and these resolutions, all of these resolutions actually were presented. This resolution is a grant funding for SLEEF for $62,000, and there are no no negative fiscal impact to the city because there are no local matching funds required for this grant. I'm
Thank-
sorry, I didn't know whether or not you needed me to say more.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay, good.
Whatever you're comfortable with. All right, seeing no hands raised, clerk, please call for the roll.
Councilman White,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harley,
Yes.
Councilwoman McCoy,
Yes.
Councilman Field,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cabrera,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman Spadola,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bracy,
Yes.
President Congo.
Yes.
9 yeas and 4 absent.
Declared adopted.
I have another resolution to present.
Resolution 23055, Agenda 0347, whereas pursuant to Section 2363 of the City Code, City Council deem it necessary and proper to specify the requirements for review and approval of city-sponsored grant applications and proposals.
I move this resolution be received, recorded, and filed and adopted by a yea or nay vote.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that this resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by a yea or nay vote on the question.
Yes, Mr. President, this is still another grant application from Wilmington Police Department, Delaware Emergency Illegal Drug Enforcement. This is for $33,595, and there's no negative fiscal impact to the city because there are no local matching funds required.
Clerk, please call for the roll.
Councilman White,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harley,
Yes.
Councilwoman McCoy,
Yes.
Councilman Field,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cabrera,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman Spadola,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bracy,
Yes.
President Congo.
Yes.
9 yeas and 4 absent.
Declared adopted.
I have yet another resolution to present.
Resolution 23056, Agenda 0348, whereas pursuant to Section 2363 of the City Code, City Council deem it necessary and proper to specify the requirements for review and approval of city-sponsored grant applications and proposals.
I move this resolution be received, recorded, and filed and adopted by a yea or nay vote.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that this resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by a yea and nay vote on the question.
Yes, this is another grant application. This is the what is it? The State Aid to Local Law Enforcement Grant Program for $62,121. This is for specialized training for our police officers. There is no negative fiscal impact to the city because there are no local matching funds required.
Clerk, please call for the roll.
Councilman White,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harley,
Yes.
Councilwoman McCoy,
Yes.
Councilman Field,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cabrera,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman Spadola,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bracy,
Yes.
President Congo.
Yes.
9 yeas and 4 absent.
Declared adopted.
All right, Mr. President, I do have another resolution to present.
Resolution 23057, Agenda 0349, whereas pursuant to Section 2363 of the City Code, City Council deem it necessary and proper to specify the requirements for review and approval of city-sponsored grant applications and proposals.
I move this resolution be received, recorded, and filed and adopted by a yea or nay vote.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that this resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by a yea and nay vote on the question.
Yes, Mr. President, this is another grant application. This is from the State of Delaware Department of Safety and Homeland Security. This is a grant, the eligible funding, $411,000. It is to cover overtime costs, and there are no negative fiscal impact to the city because there are no local matching funds required by this grant.
And seeing no hands raised, clerk, please call for the roll.
Councilman White,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harley,
Yes.
Councilwoman McCoy,
Yes.
Councilman Field,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cabrera,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman Spadola,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bracy,
Yes.
President Congo.
Yes.
9 yeas and 4 absent.
Declared adopted.
Yes, and this is the final resolution I would like to present.
Resolution 23058, Agenda 0350, whereas pursuant to Section 2363 of the City Code, the City Council deem it necessary and proper to specify the requirements for review and approval of city-sponsored grant applications and proposals.
I move this resolution be received, recorded, and filed and adopted by a yea or nay vote.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that this resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by a yea or nay vote on the question.
Yes, this is another grant application. This is through the State of Delaware Special Law Enforcement Assistant Fund, which is SLEEF. The amount is for $70,000. There is no negative fiscal impact to the city because there are no local matching funds required by this grant.
Clerk, please call for the roll.
Councilman White,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harley,
Yes.
Councilwoman McCoy,
Yes.
Councilman Field,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cabrera,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman Spadola,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bracy,
Yes.
President Congo.
Yes.
9 yeas and 4 absent.
Declared adopted.
That's all I have for this evening.
Thank you. Councilmember Mills.
Yes, Mr. President, I have a resolution to present.
Resolution 23059, Agenda 0351, whereas under the Downtown Development Districts Act 22 Delaware C 1901, the state of Delaware may designate districts within the state, cities, towns, and unincorporated areas that will qualify for significant development incentives and other state benefits. And whereas these districts are known as Downtown Development Districts. And whereas the state designated the city of Wilmington's initial development district on January 11, 2015. And whereas under the
I move
act,
this resolution be received, recorded, and filed, and adopted by a yea or nay vote.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that this resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by a yea or nay vote. On the question.
Yes, Mr. President. The DDD boundaries that we're speaking about today are the same boundaries that City Council approved at our April 6th meeting, Resolution 23-09. Following the City Council vote, the boundary expansion request was forwarded to the state's Office of Planning and Coordination and the Cabinet Committee for State Planning Issues for approval. The Cabinet Committee of State Planning approved it on July the 18th, 2023. Today's vote allows the city district to officially offer the DDD incentives to the expanded boundary for qualified projects.
Councilmember White.
Mr. President, I'd like to be asked to be a co-sponsor of this.
Thank you. Councilmember Cabrera.
So to be clear, our request was accepted, and now the businesses within those boundaries can apply for the credits, correct?
Councilmember Mills.
Yes.
Excellent. This is very good news.
And seeing no hands raised, clerk, please call for the roll.
Councilman White,
My hand is raised, Mr.
Councilmember-
President.
Councilmember Harley.
Yes. First, I want to say congratulations on the progress of this legislation. This is a very good piece of legislation, and I am very aware of the opportunities that it's going to bring to this district and to that area. Having two of these particular areas within the 4th district, it has made a tremendous difference. So again, this is a great piece of legislation, and I would like to be added as a co-sponsor. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilmember Cabrera.
I believe I may have already requested when this was first in discussion to be a co-sponsor, but if not, if I could please be added. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no other hands raised, clerk, please call for the roll.
thank you. Councilman White,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harley,
Yes.
Councilwoman McCoy,
Yes.
Councilman Field,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cabrera,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman Spadola,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bracy, Councilwoman Bracy, President Congo.
Yes.
8 yeas and 5 absent.
Declared adopted. This time we will move to petitions and communications. Councilmember White.
None at this time, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilmember Harley.
Oh, yes, Mr. President. First of all, I want to say that I'm not sure what the address was of Miss Yvonne Brown, but if it's the 4th district, I would love to be contacted about it to be involved with helping to support and getting some help. That's number one. Number two, I do appreciate DeMarquis sharing the information on the floor tonight. I just wanted to make it clear and for the record that I have reached out to NAMRAMCO, and I'm waiting for a response back from them. I also know that Denver is a state agency. I do know that they are in the process of scheduling a public hearing, and what we have to do is be on the lookout for the date of the public hearing once it's sent out to the community, so the community can show and share their public comments. I just wanted to be known that this is something that I'm aware of, and I do appreciate DeMarquis again for sharing it on the floor. And at this point in time, I'm trying to get a representative from NAMRAMCO to come before the community, before the public hearing, to share information and to allow the community to ask questions. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember McCoy.
Yes, actually, I only have one thing to announce. Browntown meeting had to be rescheduled, so the meeting is going to be Tuesday, September 26th. The location is going to be at the Founding of Living Water Church at 1019 Brown Street. The time frame will be 6 p.m. Oh, you know what? That's not it. Also, on the 26th of September, Bayard Square will be having their meeting, their monthly meeting. It's going to be at 701 South Clayton Street, and it begins at 7 p.m. as well.
Thank you. Councilmember Field.
Yes, I want to highlight two upcoming events that I think are very interesting and worthy of attention. Saturday, October 7th, 10 o'clock in Brandywine Park is a monument walk. In the state of Delaware, Historic Preservation Office will be giving a tour of all of the different monuments throughout the park. It's a very interesting, well done walking tour. There's quite a lot of interesting monuments from over the last 150 years that are in the park. That is 10 o'clock, Saturday, October 2nd, 7th, 10 a.m., meeting at the Josephine Fountain. And I also want to mention an upcoming exhibit at the Delaware Art Museum, an upcoming international exhibit that's going to get a lot of attention, and I think a lot of people will be interested. Starting October 21st, the exhibit is called The Rossettis, and about 150 paintings from the biggest art museum in Europe will be hosted by the Delaware Art Museum for about 3 months. And there's going to be a lot of information on this that you'll hear, but it is a world-class international exhibit that will be here in Wilmington for a good solid 2.5 months. And finally, I want to wish Betty Nagel a happy 100th birthday. She turned 100 today. She's a resident of Ingleside Living, and that is quite a milestone. And I was happy to attend her birthday party. It was very fun, and there was 60 or 80 residents that came out, and the mayor, to honor this milestone. 100 years is a great milestone, so happy birthday to Betty Nagel. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Cabrera.
Yes, Mr. President. First, I want to make the public aware that tomorrow at Kingswood Community Center, the Salute to Legendary Riverside Mothers is taking place from 5 to 8 p.m. I will be speaking at the event and recognizing them on behalf of council. So I hope that folks can come out and celebrate the women who have been holding it down, the mothers over in Riverside. We are still celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, so I encourage everyone to continue to attend the events and things that are going on statewide. We've had a lot of competing events, a lot of things going on in the month of September. Want to congratulate those who have been really bringing people together, the Open Streets, Play Streets, the Taste of Africa event that took place last week at Herman Holloway Park, the Block Party, and even our own kickoff to Black Restaurant Week. It's been an amazing month of September, so let's keep celebrating our heritage. And speaking of the Black Restaurant Week, Mr. President, I'll let you elaborate on that. But there's also the Black Film Festival, which kicked off today at noon, and you can see an array of movies at the IMAX at the Riverfront. There's some great films, from funny to scary to biographical to educational. I was reading the descriptions earlier today, so certainly worth checking out the films that are at the IMAX. And the concerts at the Urban Artists Exchange continue. They're starting now at 6 p.m. to offset the fact that it's getting darker a little earlier. And that's it for me. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. I'd like to recognize Councilmember Johnson.
Thank you.
I'll come back to you, Councilmember Johnson, for petition and communication. Councilmember Mills.
Yes, Mr. President. I just wanted to give kudos to the state and to Christine, the school district, and congratulations to the Pritchett family for having the new Bancroft School named after Mr. Pritchett. Such an honor, amazing person, it's well deserved. So thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Spadola,
Nothing tonight, Council President.
Councilmember Bracy,
Nothing tonight, Mr. President.
thank you. Councilmember Johnson, any petitions and communication?
I have no items tonight, Mr. President. Thank you.
Mr. President.
Councilmember Cabrera,
Just one more thing. I just wanted to congratulate the Personnel Department and everyone that put together the Employee Fall Fest that took place last Friday. It's an amazing event every year, great prizes to win, but most importantly, a lot of healthy activities that we encourage our employees here in the city of Wilmington to participate in. So I'd be remiss if I did not say thank you to all who were involved in putting that together. And one last thing is, there is a blood donor drive taking place because there is a shortage of blood, especially type O and type O negative. So just to the public, if possible, the Blood Bank of Delaware does need your donations. I participated today, and I encourage our residents and others to give the gift of life by donating some blood. Thank you.
thank you. And some people may be wondering why I'm wearing my sweatshirt this evening, but I am proudly representing my alma mater, Delaware State University, since it is HBCU week. So again, I want to thank Ashley Christopher and her team for just putting together another week filled with just so many activities, just bringing a lot of energy here to our city. I just want to, again, just thank her for everything that she has done, and not just by herself, but her entire team. Also, Councilmember Harley, did you want to?
Oh, yes, thank you, Mr.
Yes,
President.
go ahead.
I wanted to just add one other thing regarding the non-Ramco
Okay.
topic, that particular business primarily affects the East Side and South Bridge, and that whenever DENRAC is involved in a situation such as this, we want to always encourage our constituents to reach out to the state elected officials as well, because DENREC, again, as I mentioned earlier, is a state agency, and they tend to communicate and know who the proper contacts are to get things moving. But again, DENREC has agreed to hold a public hearing, and so we know that that is being scheduled. And I also wanted to mention that, let's see, Southbridge and the East Side. Yeah, I mentioned that already. And if anybody has any questions regarding that, they can reach out to me as well. So I just wanted to make that clear. And I also wanted to mention that during HBCU week on Saturday, there's going to be the block party, and there's going to be some different activities that are going to be happening at the block party, a deco on 10th and Orange. I believe it's from 12 until 5. There's going to be a number of businesses that are going to be showcasing and displaying their businesses to our graduates and those that will be going to college. So we want to encourage as many high school students to come out to the DECO event on Saturday, and also to the Chase Fieldhouse on tomorrow. I believe it's from 11 to 4 or 5. We want to encourage as many young people to come to the Chase Fieldhouse, because we know that there's going to be scholarships given out. There's going to be organizations talking to them about internships. And so it's just going to be a lot of great things happening for our high school students on Friday morning at the Chase Fieldhouse, Saturday afternoon at the block party. And I think that's it, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Councilmember Cabrera.
I'm so sorry. There's one more event, and I know it's an event that we're a part of and we're helping support, and that is the Black Heart Health Forum that's taking place on Saturday from 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. at the Delaware History Museum. So we're encouraging the public to come out and learn about the needs and how we can share this information to the community that needs it. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that the tribute to Bob Marley People's Fest is this Saturday at Tubman Garrett Park. Jenny would come after all of us if we did not mention that. So that is always a very, very fun event. So I hope that folks can come out and enjoy it, and one love.
All right, thank you. Just to follow up on a couple HBCU week events, the college fair is actually from 9 to 2 at the Chase Fieldhouse on Friday. Again, those times are 9 to 2 on Friday. There's also a comedy show that's going to happen at the Queen on Friday evening. Councilmember Harley mentioned the block party, and then on Sunday there is the Battle of the Bands at Farley Stadium. Also on Saturday, there is a chess tournament that's going to happen at the Wilmington Library. It's called Chess on the Square. For more information, you can give us a call here at City Council at 576-2140. And the People's Festival on Saturday is from 2 to 10, so definitely make sure that you make it out there. It's always a fun time. Again, I want to thank everyone for,
Excuse me.
yes, Councilmember McCoy.
Thank you. I actually just wanted to make a quick announcement. I've actually received many, many emails talking about what's going on with South Lincoln Street. I urge all of the residents of Byers Square to please go to that meeting if they have more things to talk about. I just want to make certain that they are aware that their emails have been received, and I've done all that I can. But if you'd like to have more information, please attend that meeting. Also, I received many emails from Freire School today, probably from Mr. Nathan Moser's class. Just to let you know that I received them. I will see whether or not I can visit that school again. So that's all that I have.
All right, thank you. Again, just want to thank everyone who has made Black Restaurant Week a reality. We are in the midst of it right now. Really excited for all the attention that all our Black restaurants that are receiving so much attention and love and support and resources this week. Want to thank Kendra here from City Council. Want to thank all of my colleagues. Want to thank the administration, along with Flux Consulting, for just making it a reality. Our inaugural Black Restaurant Week is going off terrific, and I'm just very proud to be a part of it, and just continue to support those restaurants throughout the year. It's really important. Also, we're having our Running for Rashima 5K on October the 7th. It's going to be at the Rockford Tower. For more information, or to sign up, you can go to Races to Run. I think registration is only $35. So definitely want to encourage all of my colleagues. I know we have some runners. I heard some of you guys tried to show off last week at the AIDS Walk. Councilmember White and Mills, and who else ran the whole time?
I was there.
No, you didn't.
I ran. I beat a 7-year-old. I beat somebody's
Marshall.
child.
I think Marshall. I think the three of you.
First place,
Yeah.
Marcel, yeah.
So, I want to congratulate everybody who participated in that, and hopefully we can all come together again for our former colleague Rashima Dixon on October the 7th. Again, that's going to be at the Rockford Tower. And Councilmember Cabrera, did you say that you beat a 70-year-old?
I did.
Did you? All
I
right.
did tell him there was a caterpillar on the wall. It distracted him so I could get to the tent first.
But again, thank you for participating last week in the AIDS Walk. Nerded Cares is having their grand opening on, I believe it's next Thursday, at 3:00, and their address is 212 West 9th Street. Again, that is on Nerded Cares grand opening. Just want to thank everyone who participated in this evening's meeting. Those who are on virtually, thank you so much for your engagement. If you have any questions, concerns, just give us a call at City Council at 302-576-2140. Again, our number is 302-576-2140. And I think that's everything. All right, thank you all for joining us, and I will accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.